Welcome to Legends and Lessons, where we explore the untold and chilling tales from the real world. In today's shocking case, we discuss the horrors surrounding Meek Filbert and the unimaginable tragedy he caused. Let's dive right in. They say every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. In today's case, this couldn't be more accurate. Meek Filbert, instead of seeing his children as tiny humans who needed his protection, viewed them as his personal cash cows, providing benefits from the government. His greed blinded him to their humanity in the worst possible way. Fame-hungry, narcissistic, and diagnosed as a psychopath, Filbert made everyone around him live in fear and torment. In this video, we will delve into how Filbert and his accomplices took the lives of 6 young children and what led them to commit this unfathomable act. Let's get started. Meek Filbert was born in 1956 in Derby, England. He became notorious for fathering 17 children with various women. However, it wasn't out of love for whom Filbert had no nurturing qualities. He was violent and unpredictable, and this behavior started early in his life. At just 19 years old, he began a relationship with a 15-year-old girl named Kim Hill. At first, Kim saw Filbert as the ideal partner, but that quickly changed when his true nature came to light. His violence knew no bounds, and he even attacked her in public. In one horrifying incident, he struck Kim in the mouth with a pool cue at a pub, leaving her severely bleeding. Sadly, no one came to her aid. He found any excuse to harm her. He once broke her arm and fractured her kneecap with a hammer, simply because she was paying too much attention to a baby she was watching. He also accused her of infidelity, which led to physical assaults. On one occasion, he shot her in the groin with a crossbow because he disapproved of her outfit. Kim, still in school, often covered up the injuries to protect Filbert. But after 2 years of brutal abuse, Kim finally found the courage to leave. In July 1978, she sent him a breakup letter, but in response, Filbert went AWOL from the army and broke into her home. He attacked her in her bed, stabbing her 27 times with a 9-inch knife. When Kim's mother tried to intervene, Filbert attacked her too, stabbing her 11 times. Both Kim and her mother barely survived. Kim even died twice, once on the way to the hospital and again on the operating table. Despite this, Filbert tried to convince the police it was self-defense, though all the evidence pointed to the opposite. He was convicted of attempted murder and grievous bodily harm, sentenced to 7 years and 2 months. But shockingly, he served only 3 years and 2 months. During his prison sentence, Filbert sent Kim letters claiming he was sorry and even proposed marriage upon his release. Kim later reflected on her relationship with him, stating, "You don't say no to Meek Filbert. He doesn't understand the word no." After his release in 1986, Filbert married Pamela LX, and they had 3 children. However, he continued his abusive behavior. Pamela was too frightened to report him, fearing he might do to her what he had done to Kim. By 1993, Filbert began a relationship with 14-year-old Heather Keogh, whom he convinced to run away from home and live with him. Pam left him when she discovered the affair, and Heather would later recount how violent Filbert was toward her. His constant demand for more children led Heather to be locked outside the house or punished with a knife to her throat for attempting to leave. In 2000, Filbert began a relationship with 19-year-old Mary Duffy, and in the following year, started seeing 16-year-old Lisa Willis, who had also been a single mother. Both women moved in with him, and together, they had 11 children in a 3-bedroom council house. While both women worked, Filbert remained unemployed, collecting welfare benefits. He aggressively sought to have more children to increase his government payouts. In 2003, Filbert appeared on The Jeremy Kyle Show, where he defended his lifestyle. He openly boasted about his unconventional family structure, calling it a success. In 2007, Filbert also appeared on a documentary show where an MP attempted to get him to reconsider his life choices. Though the MP found Filbert a job, he refused to show up, and his neglect toward his family remained unchanged. However, by 2010, things took a darker turn when Filbert was arrested for slapping Mary and dragging her outside by her hair. He was also abusive towards Lisa, throwing hot coffee at her and forbidding her to speak to any other men. It was during this chaotic period that, in a twisted attempt to frame Lisa and win back custody of his children, Filbert devised a horrific plan to set his house on fire with his 6 children inside. His goal was to appear as a heroic father, rescuing his children from the blaze and gain custody of them in the process. On May 11, 2012, Filbert's plan unfolded at Frey. Along with his accomplice Paul Mosley, set the fire in the house by filling the letterbox with petrol. The fire spread uncontrollably, killing 6 children. The victims included Jade, Jack, Jesse, Jaden, Wayne, and their half-brother, who died later in the hospital. The fire's high temperatures left no chance of survival for anyone in the upper rooms of the house. The fire was soon classified as arson, and 6 young lives were tragically lost. Filbert's public reactions to the tragedy raised suspicions. He appeared overly nonchalant and even flirted with a female officers during a press conference. Later investigations found forensic evidence linking him and his accomplices to the crime. Phone and hotel recordings revealed incriminating details about their roles in the arson plot. As it turned out, Filbert was focused on his benefits, with a willingness to sacrifice his children for personal gain. Filbert, Mary, and Mosley were all arrested and eventually convicted of manslaughter. Filbert received a life sentence with a minimum of 15 years. His behavior throughout the investigation showed just how manipulative and callous he truly was, and his sentence felt insufficient to many who believed his earlier prison release allowed him to continue his reign of terror. The case raised a broader question about the failings of the justice system. Had it been stricter, could the children's deaths have been avoided? Should Filbert have been sentenced more harshly after his first attempt to murder Kim? Many feel that these tragic deaths were preventable and that the justice system should have been more vigilant. Today, while Filbert remains behind bars, Mary and Mosley were released after serving half their sentences. Some feel this is an affront to justice, especially given the magnitude of their crime. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think their sentences were too light? Let me know what you think about this shocking case. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching Legends and Lessons. If you found this story as disturbing as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts below. We'll be back with more haunting mysteries from the real world. Until then, keep questioning, keep learning,